The Ozaru. The Ozaru, or Great Ape, is the first known Saiyan transformation. When exposed to light from a full moon, or an artificial source that emits Blutz Waves, a Saiyan with a tail can undergo this change. The transformation increases their size dramatically, turning them into a giant ape-like creature about 10 times stronger than their base form. The transformation is triggered because the Saiyan's tail acts as a receptor for the Blutz Waves. Without the tail, the process cannot occur. In this form, a Saiyan's physical power and durability multiply exponentially, making the Ozaru state a devastating weapon in planetary conquests. However, the trade-off is control. Most Saiyans lose all rationality when transformed, acting purely on destructive instinct. Only Saiyans with exceptional discipline and willpower, like Vegeta, can retain their intelligence and fight strategically while transformed. The Ozaru's main weakness is its tail. Cutting it off immediately reverses the transformation and returns the Saiyan to normal size and strength. The Kaioken. The Kaioken is not a Saiyan transformation, but rather a technique developed by King Kai. It's included here because of how central it is to Goku's progression and its visual similarity to a transformation. The Kaioken works by temporarily multiplying the user's ki output, amplifying their strength, speed, and durability several times over. The most basic form doubles power, called Kaioken X2, but Goku has used higher multipliers like X10 and X20 in extreme situations. This technique, however, comes with a major drawback. The sudden increase in energy puts enormous strain on the user's body, damaging muscles, bones, and organs if sustained too long. Misuse can result in paralysis or death. Because of this, Kaioken requires both perfect ki control and a body tough enough to withstand the internal pressure. Visually, Kaio-Ken is shown as a fiery red aura surrounding the user. At first, this aura is unstable and flaring, but with experience, Goku learns to suppress the visual effect entirely, allowing him to use the technique stealthily without alerting his opponent. Though not exclusive to Saiyans, the Kaioken laid the groundwork for later transformations by introducing the idea of controlled power amplification through ki mastery. False Super Saiyan. The False Super Saiyan is a non-canon transformation that appears in the 1991 film Dragon Ball Z, Lord Slug. It predates the official introduction of the Super Saiyan form in the manga, making it an early experimental concept by the anime team. In this state, the user's aura becomes golden and their hair rises slightly, but it does not turn fully gold like a true Super Saiyan. The eyes go blank white, as if the user has lost consciousness or entered a trance-like rage. This form symbolizes a Saiyan on the verge of reaching the true transformation, but falling just short of it. The False Super Saiyan grants a massive, temporary power boost and drastically increases aggression and combat ability. However, it lacks the stability and sustained energy output of a real Super Saiyan form. Because of this, the transformation can't be maintained for long and is considered an incomplete or proto-Super Saiyan state. While non-canon, the False Super Saiyan remains an important transitional concept in Dragon Ball history, visually and thematically bridging the gap between early power-ups and the full Super Saiyan awakening that followed. Super Saiyan 1. Super Saiyan 1 is the first true Saiyan transformation and one of the most iconic moments in anime history. When a Saiyan transforms, their hair turns golden, their eyes shift to turquoise green, and their aura burns with golden energy. The user's power, speed, and combat instincts multiply dramatically, typically by a factor of 50 times their base form. Originally, this transformation was thought to be triggered solely by intense emotion, particularly anger or desperation. Goku's first transformation against Frieza, sparked by Krillin's death, cemented this belief. However, later lore from Dragon Ball Super and Akira Toriyama's interviews added a biological explanation involving S-cells. S-cells are microscopic energy cells within Saiyans. The more S-cells a Saiyan possesses, the easier it becomes to trigger the transformation. Saiyans raised in peaceful, emotionally stable environments, like Goten and Trunks, naturally develop more S cells, which is why they can transform effortlessly at a young age. In contrast, Saiyans who grew up under harsh conditions, such as Goku and Vegeta, require extreme training to cultivate enough S cells to reach this state. Once enough S cells are present, a Saiyan can trigger the transformation in two ways: through a surge of intense emotion, typically anger, grief, or desperation, through focused energy control, channeling power to the upper back to induce a tingling sensation, an approach introduced in Dragon Ball Super. After mastering the initial transformation, Saiyans can refine it through intermediate grades known as Super Saiyan, grades 2 to 4. Grade 2 or Ascended Super Saiyan increases muscle mass, power, and speed. Grade 3 or Ultra Super Saiyan further boosts strength, but at the cost of extreme muscle bulk and reduced agility, making it impractical in combat. Grade 4 or Full Power Super Saiyan perfects the Super Saiyan form, allowing full strength with minimal energy drain and emotional control. This is achieved through prolonged time spent in the transformation until it becomes effortless and stable. The mastery of Super Saiyan 1 marks the foundation of all future transformations, as every higher form builds upon this initial awakening. Super Saiyan 2. Super Saiyan 2 is the direct evolution of the original form, stronger, faster, and sharper in every way. It was first achieved canonically by Gohan during the Cell Games, marking one of the most defining moments in Dragon Ball Z. The transformation is visually distinguished by spikier, more upright hair, a slightly brighter golden aura, and the appearance of small electrical discharges crackling around the body. These arcs of lightning symbolize the immense ki output unique to this form. In terms of power, Super Saiyan 2 multiplies the user's base power roughly 2 times that of Super Saiyan 1, but the difference in combat efficiency is far greater than numbers suggest. The form allows for faster energy regeneration, higher ki stability, and improved reaction speed, giving Saiyans far more control over their attacks. The emotional catalyst remains important for achieving this form. Like Super Saiyan 1, it's triggered by extreme emotion, most often anger, grief, or protectiveness. Gohan's transformation came from witnessing Cell torment his friends, igniting a deeper, more focused rage than Goku's initial outburst on Namek. Super Saiyan 2 represents the balance between raw power and refined control, pushing the Saiyan body close to its mortal limits without overloading it, something that would soon change with the next evolution. Super Saiyan 3. Super Saiyan 3 is an advanced transformation that pushes a Saiyan's physical and spiritual energy output to extreme limits. First unveiled by Goku during his battle with Majin Buu, it marked the most dramatic leap in power and visual design at the time. In this form, a Saiyan's hair grows several times longer, reaching down to their waist or lower back, and their eyebrows vanish, giving them a fierce, almost otherworldly appearance. The aura becomes more volatile, surrounded by electrical surges and an intense golden flame-like energy field. Super Saiyan 3 increases the Saiyan's strength, speed, and energy output to unprecedented levels, estimated to be 4 times stronger than Super Saiyan 2. However, this form comes with severe drawbacks. The immense power demands drain stamina and ki rapidly, drastically shortening how long the transformation can be maintained. For Goku, using it in a living body consumes energy so fast that he can only hold it for minutes at a time. The form's key principle is maximizing ki circulation through the body, pushing it to its absolute capacity. The resulting strain explains why it's rarely used outside of short bursts or emergency situations. While devastating in raw power, it is highly inefficient, making it a poor choice for prolonged battles. Super Saiyan 3 represents both the peak and the limit of mortal Saiyan evolution, a state of overwhelming might that borders on self-destruction. Super Saiyan 4. Super Saiyan 4 is now canon through Dragon Ball Daima, where it's reimagined as a unique transformation that merges primal Saiyan instincts with focused awareness, setting it apart from earlier forms driven by sheer power. To achieve it, a Saiyan must first transform into a golden Great Ape, the Super Saiyan version of the Ozaru form, by absorbing Blutz Waves from a full moon or similar energy source. Then, by regaining control over that rampaging ape form, the Saiyan condenses its immense power into a humanoid body, resulting in the Super Saiyan 4 transformation. In appearance, Super Saiyan 4 differs drastically from earlier forms. The Saiyan's hair turns black instead of gold. Their body becomes covered in crimson fur, and the eyes gain yellow irises with red eyeliner markings. Their physique becomes more muscular and defined, representing the perfect balance between brute force and conscious mastery. Power-wise, Super Saiyan 4 eclipses all previous non-divine forms. It grants a Saiyan an enormous surge of strength, speed, and durability without the heavy ki drain seen in Super Saiyan 3. Additionally, it provides heightened sensory awareness and energy efficiency, allowing sustained combat over long periods. Unlike the earlier forms, this transformation is not achieved through emotion or training alone. It is a reconnection with Saiyan primal power, tempered by self-control. Only those capable of mastering their inner instincts can sustain it, as seen with Goku and Vegeta during Dragon Ball GT.
I gotta learn how to do that.
It's almost as if the earth is quivering because it's scared.